Some people might be familiar with the company Nintendo and know their most popular character, Mario! So how did it get to be so successful? Well, it all started in 1889 when Fusajiro Yamauchi created it as a Hanafuda card industry. After the 1984 game industry crash, Nintendo took the risk releasing the NES system, and everything launched from there. The NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, was released in 1986, in which Nintendo rocked the gaming production industry. This system's popularity skyrocketed, and it became a household necessity. The NES featured a cartridge-based console, and Nintendo later released the SNES, which was known as the dog-bone version, for the controller shape. The SNES was meant to overcome the problems with front-loading devices. Nintendo's new one-of-a-kind device was the Game Boy, featuring both the gaming features of NES and the portability of Game & Watch, the best of both worlds. Later, in 1997, the Game Boy Pocket came out as a system that was smaller and had a better LCD screen than the original Game Boy. In 2001, the Game Boy Advance was created, and later the Game Boy Advance SP was a game changer as its shape turned from horizontal to vertical. The Game Boy Advance SP features a built-in backlight and rechargeable battery, as well as a clamshell flip design to protect the screen and help make the system smaller and more portable.
Nintendo Virtual Boy.
One minor misstep in Nintendo's production was Virtual Boy in 1995, which plummeted sales because of the uncomfortable playing style and non-various colors. Codename Project Reality. The Nintendo 64 was released in 1996, and it became the saving grace of the Nintendo company as interest in its systems increased, and the sales rose again. The system again opted to use cartridges instead of CDs because of the less load time. The Nintendo 64 featured impressive graphics, using polygons instead of pixels. Later, Nintendo released an expansion packet, which allowed for more games to be played that included larger levels and higher resolutions. Codename Dolphin! The Nintendo GameCube was released in 2001, known mainly as a purple cube, but there were other colors as well. Nintendo went back to using CDs instead of cartridges and featured outstanding graphics that would allow textures to be compressed without quality loss and allow the Game Boy to be connected via an interface cable. Released in 2004 in the US was the Nintendo DS. This system took a big leap in incorporating new technology nobody has ever seen in a game system. DS, or dual screen, was one of the new innovative features. Other features like the clamshell design, shape, and size were similar to a PDA or personal digital assistant. The other main features are the touchscreen on the bottom and the two screens being directly on top of each other for easier use when opened. It has two cartridge slots, allowing for both DS and Game Boy Advance games to be played. For the first time in gaming history, the DS offers Wi-Fi capabilities to its users, surpassing that of its competition. The DS had inherited features from its predecessors, combining the control pad of the SNES, and had a performance power equal to that of the Nintendo 64. There were later variations of the Nintendo DS such as DS Lite and DSi. These had larger versions called XL. The DS Lite features a slightly smaller size, is lighter in weight, and features a brighter display. The DSi took it a step further even though it doesn't have a Game Boy Advance slot. It has an internal and external camera, as well as card slots for memory, and has its own flash memory built in. The DSi led to the creation of the DSi Store and DSiWare, expanding Wi-Fi.
Mario Kart Wii! Woohoo!
Codename Nintendo Revolution. The Wii was nicknamed the Revolution for a reason, because it went beyond the Call of Duty. The Nintendo Wii was released in 2006, and it was the first home gaming system Nintendo created ever since the GameCube. Features of the system include a sensor bar, wireless controllers, online gaming community that is free, and on the console, one can download games spanning from the NES to the Nintendo 64. It is geared towards friends and family to play together for interaction and fun family time. Since the release of the different variations of the DS XLs, the Nintendo 3DS was released in 2011. Many more unique features were added. Not only does the 3DS feature a circle pad, simulating a joystick, the system also includes 3D software where the user can experience an immersion into a game. The system also features parental controls and can play nearly all existing DS and DSi games. The 3DS also expands wireless functionality with Spot Pass and Street Pass. Recently released was the descendant of the Wii, the high-definition console, the Wii U. The tablet-sized controller is a 2-in-1 home gaming system that is also portable. It allows for gaming interfaces and online integration. There's an online social hub called Miiverse and introduces local multiplayer games. From the NES, the most desired game system, to the recent Wii U, Nintendo has risen to greatness from humble beginnings, taking the risk that started it all. They incorporated new technology, and for each new system stepped up their game, bringing a whole new way to play. Who knows in the next 3 to 5 years what new system they'll come up with?